Hello everybody, my name is Andreas Hadjibatzakis. I'm a dental technician from Athens, Greece, and I would like to welcome you to this great event from HAS, the Amber Global Webinar 2021. I hope you enjoy a 3-day journey in aesthetic dentistry. My topic for this lecture is aesthetic restorations using amber press. Furthermore, please allow me to give an extra title for this presentation, and this will be an exciting journey. An exciting journey to be a dental technician. And this is my great belief. Our work is a journey. A journey that begins when we see the initial situation, we get the first impression, and discuss the prosthetic plan. This journey ends when the final restoration is cemented to the patient's mouth. And why this journey is so exciting? Because we change lives. We change a person's personality. We make people smile. We make them to gain their lost confidence. Look at this case. We only did the 4 upper anterior teeth, 3 veneers and a crown. Look at the difference. Look at the difference to this man's face. Look at his eyes. Isn't it exciting? And in this next case, this girl, look at her eyes. Look how different she looks, how beautiful. And this is not even the final restoration. This is just a mock-up made from a diagnostic wax-up. The time lapse between these 2 photos is some minutes, and look how different this girl looks like. Beginning the journey, we need to carry some values with us. One of these values is respect. Respect to ourselves, respect to the patient, respect to the dentist, but most of all, respect to our teachers, because these men spent thousands of hours working on the bench, facing a lot of failures, and found the right way. They teach us the right way. They teach us their technique, their methods, and motivate us to go further, to meet new frontiers. So, respect to these people. I had the opportunity to meet and learn from all these masters of our field. They had a common thing. They had respect for each other, for their students, and you can see no arrogance to these people. So, respect for these masters. Continuing this journey, we need to have knowledge. Knowledge about morphology, about functions and aesthetics, about shade, colors, knowledge about the materials we use. In our case, amber press. I really like to work with this material. It is very stable to work with, it's very stable, reliable, even in temperatures up to 840 degrees. That's why it can be layered with a lot of ceramic materials that are in the market. Its indications are like any other lithium disilicate material. It can be used for thin veneers, inlay onlays, 3-unit anterior bridges, veneers, crowns. The microstructure of amber press lithium disilicate consists from needle-like crystals 2 to 4 micron length. So it has a thick structure and has great flexural strength compared with other lithium disilicate on the market. Its flexural strength is up to 460 megapascal, and in this slide we can see the comparison with other lithium disilicate materials. An advantage of amber press is that the investment material can be easily removed from our restoration. Everyone who makes a lot of pressed restorations in everyday work understands how great advantage is this. There is no need to use acid to remove the reaction layer. This saves us time and we not have to worry about dirt on the surface. Due to the fact that amber press is very stable even in high temperatures, it can be layered with a lot of ceramic materials there in the market, such as IMAX Ceram, GC Initial EC, SOFOLD, Eraceram. I use amber press and now amber press master to work with Noritake CZR LF porcelain. I will present a case later using this material. We can work with amber press using several techniques. We can either make monolithic restorations with only stained glaze, or we can do a micro layer or even a full layer to a coping. Of course, we have to take care some facts, not to put the restoration on sharp pins, and it's better to use some putty material when we put the restoration in the furnace. For the staining technique, making monolithic restorations, I use the FC paste stains from Noritake CZR. These are ready-made stains and come in a long range of shades and colors, dentist shades, enamel shades, and some other colors that can be used as they are or mixed. For the cervical, for the incisal, or for the entire tooth. There is a lot of fluorescence in these stains and we can achieve a very aesthetic and lifelike restorations. The firing schedule I use is 770 degrees for 1 minute and 30 seconds. So, beginning with respect and having knowledge in the way, we gain power. Power to create, power to individualize, power to stand against competition, power to make beautiful restorations that will make patients to smile again. I will continue presenting some cases using amber press. First cases are monolithic restorations and where I use only staining technique using CZR FC paste stain. Here is a case of a bridge with inlays. Even amber press is not indicated for posterior bridge. I tested it in this case and that was a successful test. The cementation of the work. And this is the final result after 2 years in the patient's mouth. The ingot I used was LTA3, and as I told you, it just stained with CZR FC paste stains. Next case, a veneer on a premolar, pretty difficult one. The ingot was LTW3 and I did only staining. Little yellowish and white, yellowish in the cervical and white where I saw in the other teeth. This is the final result just right after cementation. As I told you before, I did some cases using amber press with Noritake CZR-LF porcelain. CZR-LF is baked on 840 degrees and this, I believe, is the limit temperature for amber press. I had no problems when I had a thick core and did a thin layer of transparent materials. Now I have better results using CZR-LF with amber press master. In this case, I did a full contour wax up and pressed the crowns. Here are the crowns fit on the model. Then I grind a little bit to the labial surface to get space for internal stains and layers some transparent and semi-transparent materials. Side view and labial view of the crown, so you have an idea how much material I removed to put on stains and transparent materials. Then next step was a wash firing and then an internal stain using CZR-LF internal stains. This is the result after the application of the internal stains. Then fully build up with Noritake CZR-LF, and this is the final result on the model. And the final result in the patient's mouth. Next case is a single central veneer. Difficult case after trauma. Always a single central restoration is a challenge, and this was a great challenge because she was a young girl. I pressed then a W3 ingot and I layered with IMAX ceram. This is the final result before cementation. I will continue with amber press veneers. This is the initial situation and the result after the mock-up. We did 4 anterior veneers using ingot W3 and layered with IMAX ceram. And here is the final result in the patient's mouth. Next case, a combination between amber press veneers and crowns. In this case, we had to face situations such as discolored teeth and problem with the occlusal plane. A good tip for getting information about the occlusal plane is using this stick. We mount the model on the articulator, taking care that the stick is parallel to the floor. The final restoration, 4 crowns and 4 veneers on the model. View to check the contour of our restoration. Side view. And the final restoration, the final result in the patient mouth. And here is how we manage the occlusal plane. Last case, a full mouth rehabilitation. This was the initial situation, bulimic patient, patent and extreme wear to all of her teeth. Some other view of the situation. Occlusal view of the lower jaw. Occlusal view of the upper jaw. In this case, we did the diagnostic wax-up and then we did several mock-ups. And we ended to this mock-up as to take it as a guide for the final restoration. This is the mock-up. The restoration took place in different steps, not all at once. First, we did the 6 upper anterior, then the lower anterior. After one side posterior, then the other side posterior. The anterior teeth were done with layer technique, and the posterior were monolithic restorations. Here is the wax up for the 6 upper anterior. This is after pressing. The ingot I used was W3. I work mostly with W ingots, W1, 2, 3. And this is because I keep the value in a high level, the value in my restoration, and I control it with internal stains and ceramic materials. This is the final restoration on the model. The ceramic I used was Emax Ceram. Side view to check the contour and the micro texture. And this is the final restoration in the patient's mouth. Full mouth rehabilitation. Occlusal view of the lower posterior. Occlusal view of the upper posterior. And from this initial situation, we came up to this final result. That's why I consider our work as an exciting journey. We do one of the most beautiful jobs in the planet. Think of it. Every day, every single moment working on our bench, we try to emulate the natural truth. We copy nature. There's nothing more exciting than this. Amber Press is a reliable material and gives us the opportunity to work on several cases, especially in the aesthetic zone. Take care, stay safe, and create beautiful things using Amber Press. Thank you very, very, very much for your attention. Have a great day.